It's Stair. Welcome to another PSL stream. I am actually joined by the person who was actually supposed to calm this match, Solemn Mushroom of Firefin. Say hi.
Hello there.
Hello. Um,
Blame
so
PG&E for what I'm here.
you're probably wondering what he's doing here today. It's called co-commenting. So this match today will be against Tentacle Difficulties versus Courageous Boomer's Revengeance.
Yep, a bit of a low bracket match, but that's where the exciting stuff happens. You never know what to expect from the bottom of the bracket.
Exactly. Uh, Before that, let's go over the teams and maps. So first off, from Tentacle Difficulties, we got uh Great Coney Buns. Oh god, if I am pronouncing things wrong, please forgive me. Onigiri Sokatoa Sushi and Fat Earth. Oh god, I feel like I'm butchering all these names. And for Courageous Boomer's Revengeance, we have Tiger Cat, A Boy and His Turret, Clover Dover, Stormblight, and Splat. Beans? Beans. Beans. Thank you. And the match for this week, week 5, we have Turf on Hammerhead, Splat Zones on Mincemeat Metalworks, Tower Control on Marlin, Rainmaker on Crab Leg Capital, and Clams on Robo Ramen. So, before we begin, and as I trying to get into the room for this match, Mr. Solemn Mushroom, would you like to talk about these particular maps for this week, week 5?
I would love to. Turf War sucks.
What a great way to start off the stream.
I think I made my opinions pretty clear when I commentated this with Arbiter. But yeah, Hammerhead is one of the worst turf maps in the pool, if not the worst, because it's just so much of a pain to get from spawn to anywhere useful.
Yeah, it's also very linear.
Mm-hmm.
Uh
Yeah, it's just not great. The rest of the maps are fine. Like Mincemeat got its rework. There's a lot of greats around. It's a good map for stuff like Tri Slosher or Dynamo Roller. Same with Crab Leg, really. Those
mhm.
weapons tend to favor a lot of grading. Marlin Airport Tower Control is really a fight over the propeller platform after the first checkpoint. Or at the first checkpoint, I believe.
I think this is the second time we've seen Marlin for tower control, at least here for PSL this season, right?
Mm-hmm. Certainly. It's the newest map, so it hasn't had much of a time to shine yet.
Yeah. So, oh god. Hold on. Give me a second because uh capture card is being mean.
Oh no.
There we go. Okay, we're
Not
good.
yours too.
Hmm?
Not your capture card too.
For context, we started before this stream, Solemn Mushroom was like, "Hey, when do you calm your match?" I was supposed to commentate for Day Old Sushi versus Prismatic Ink, which will happen another time. But I was like, I come at 9 o'clock. Why? And Solemn Mushroom was like, "Can you, can you, can you stream the match? My
Here, let
capture
me
card
pull up.
is not working." Also,
Let me pull up my exact message here. So I asked Stare, when is your commentary match? They replied with 9. When's yours? I said 10, and I can't get my capture card to talk to my Steam Deck. So I am eternally grateful for Stair for being eternally grateful to Stair for picking up this match for me.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Solemn Mushroom. Konnichiwa. But yes, we're getting into the match. Woohoo! Yippee! So I was gonna say some things, but I immediately forgot what I was going to say. I was talking prior to about the stats, because I'm also on the stats team. Shout out to the stats team. Wahoo! But I was talking just like a second ago about how one of the stats that I would love to see on the stat sheet is average, like average stats in terms of team stat average. Does that make sense? That makes sense. Just take everyone's stats on a team and then like average them out. I think it would be pretty neat.
Mm-hmm. It would certainly provide some interesting data points about team performance, and it wouldn't be that much more complicated than, like, player average stats.
Mm-hmm. I was about to ask you if you had your match for this week, and then I remembered it was the match between Planet Firefin and Spectacular Dolphins.
Yep.
Which was an insane match. But I wanted to talk about that because you've already gone through all of the maps in terms of like how they play. At least for this week. Either way.
Certainly.
Either way,
it's time for some Turf War.
Turf War, let's go!
Would you like me to go over the weapons everyone's using?
Yes, please.
I got you. All right. On the side of Tentacle difficulties, we have a Splatter Shot, we have a Splatana Wiper, we have a Neo Sploosh, and a Neo Splash. Meanwhile, on the side of Courageous Boomers, we have some Dually Squelchers, a well-performing weapon on this map. We have a Splattershot Pro, interesting choice. We have a Custom Jet Squelcher, and we have an Octo Shot.
So far, it is pretty even in terms of turf, but it is only the first 30 seconds.
Yeah, it looks like Tentacle difficulties was making a push into Courageous Boomer's turf, but they have since backed off.
Trying to get more turf in as everyone is... Well, most people are currently in mid right now. I'm currently just trying to figure out...
Seeing a grab out from the side of Courageous Boomers. Unfortunately, it does not get any picks from what I can tell.
It looks... Well... It does look like there is some sort of a push, and Courageous Boomers do go into danger.
Tentacle difficulties making their way up the ramps.
Now that Courageous Boomers are in danger, it's going to it's going to be really hard to push Tentacle difficulties back.
On the other hand, if Tentacle difficulties gets too overzealous, they might get overwhelmed in what I'm sure my teammate Nebula would know best as the beehive effect.
Bees? Are you saying there are bees in the Splatoon?
All right, 1 minute left, And it looks like Courageous Boomers might be trying to make a push back into mid.
They are
but
trying
that Stamp's gonna stop that real quick.
They are really trying to push back into mid, but it is like I said, like really difficult as technical difficulties is right there.
Ooh, the wiper goes down. Was I right in seeing Courageous Boomers? Yes, Courageous Boomers are flickering in and out of danger.
Yeah. Ooh, but this is coming... Ooh. They got out of danger, but will it be enough? Nope.
Oh, they're right
still
back
flickering in and out of danger.
That is game.
And the winner of Turf War goes to Tentacle Difficulties.
But we don't get a fist bump.
Alas.
Man.
It's okay. There's still 4 more modes to go through.
And statistically, Turf War is the hardest mode to get a fist bump on.
Mm-hmm. But, at the very least, that is 2 points to Tentacle Difficulties. Way to go.
Technical Difficulties on their way to win this set.
At the very least, I will say, like, props to Courageous Boomers for, like, almost getting completely out of danger at the last second.
Solid push from the Boomers at the end, but unfortunately Technical Difficulties was able to respond and match it with a push of their own.
Mm-hmm. Now, next to, we have, Mincemeat.
Next up, Technical Difficulties needs to return to the, previous screen because Courageous Boomers do not have a full team in the lobby.
Yeah, I think you might need to go back, Tentacle Difficulties. I was gonna talk about the maps, however, they don't have a full team.
Dokatoa, if you are in chat, please return to the previous screen.
Please help, please and thank you. Unless someone got accidentally disconnected. Hopefully not.
Even if they did, it is not too late.
It is not too late. We are still here.
There we go.
Yay. But at the very least, really quick, we can go over the fact that our next match is Mincemeat Splat Zones. My good friend Solemn Mushroom, as you have already played your Week 5 match, what do you think is the best strategy for Mincemeat Splat Zones?
They can't paint zone if they're dead.
That is a pretty good strategy. That is a very solid strategy.
In all seriousness, the zone in Mincemeat Metalworks is small enough that you can cap it with a reef slider with just a little bit of special power. I think it's maybe 1 or 2 subs of special power will allow you to cap zone with a single reef slider.
You say this, but all I can think about in, like, I associate you with oops, all quick respawn. So,
Yeah. Well, when you get to the extreme, you start to see, like, how much dialing it back affects things, you know?
Yeah.
It gives you a perspective for how all of the abilities work.
I, as someone who only really commentates matches for PSL, don't really know how most of the abilities work.
But what about Team Cricket?
You're gonna have
Sorry,
to wait.
That's an inside joke.
It is an inside joke. However, Season 10, maybe? Everyone? Possible cricket mention! For those of you that don't know, who are probably tuning in to the stream for the very first time, or who have not been here for season 8 of the PSL, back in like October, November, there was a cricket in my house that was so loud, and it would not shut up.
Yeah, they almost went insane because of a cricket, and so now Team Cricket is an inside joke.
They really want me to have Team Cricket. They really do. Don't spam the chat with cricket mentioned! No! I will... That cricket is dead and gone, but its effects still haunt me to this day.
The trauma will never leave.
The trauma will never leave. Alas, I am here trying to be a good little commentator, and the gosh darn cricket. Let's go to Splat Zones.
Let us indeed go to Splat Zone's Mincemeat Metalworks. I'll be covering weapons throughout the rest of this match.
Thank you.
As a way of apologizing. As a way of apologizing for bringing up the cricket. Alright, we have a double Zuka comp from Tentacle Difficulties featuring 2 splatter shots. They also have an Explosher and a custom Jet Squelcher. Meanwhile, on the side of Courageous Boomers, we see a Nautilus, DC inbound. We see a Tri-Nouveau bringing the cooler. We have a Ballpoint, and we have a Flingza. This map really good for Flingza because you just hang back, paint, and fire missiles.
Currently, right now, Tentacle Difficulties does have the zone. And already halfway through, still, like, have good hold on it.
I will say, Courageous Boomers does have the comp advantage by the simple fact that they have a cooler and Tentacle Difficulties does not.
Yeah, but currently it is 35 to 90 as of currently right now. Courageous Boomers really trying to keep hold.
We see that Ballpoint playing around the mincemeat pole.
Pole. Courageous Boomers back in control. For a second.
It looks like Tentacle Difficulties retake the zone. They've got quite a penalty to burn through, though.
2 down on Courageous Boomers.
"20 points of penalty left as the hero shot goes down to the Tri-Nouveau.
Cooler ready on the side of Courageous Boomers, not before being taken out by Sushi.
The penalty on the side of Tentacle Difficulties is gone, and they are keeping control of that zone. 18 count left.
We are... Yep. And
With
that's
3
it.
down from Courageous Boomers, yeah, that's game.
That's game.
Blood Zones goes to Tentacle Difficulties.
I also have to remember how to actually put in points. That is 3. And there's
And we
the
get
fist
a fist
bump.
bump.
Sushi and onigiri are my favorite Japanese foods. That was a joke. Please laugh. No, it's 5 now. It's 5 points. Currently, Tentacle difficulties is at 5. Courageous Boomer still at 0, but there is still time to bring it up.
We could see a reverse sweep.
We could.
It is not unheard of in the PSL.
What was the last reverse sweep?
I'm not on the stats team.
Fair point.
Michelle, you're in chat. Michelle, you're in chat. When was the last reverse sweep?
When was the last reverse sweep? Michelle, please help. Team Cricket does not exist yet. You're gonna have to wait for another season. I don't know. I don't deal in results. Honestly, that's fair.
Good point. I see. When was the last reverse sweep?
Well, we try and figure that out. Next is Marlin Tower Control, which I've seen Marlin Tower Control. It is very... How do I explain this? Marlin Tower Control is truly a map of all time, huh? It's not bad. Like, I'm not saying that it's bad. However, it is interesting to, like, it's a slugfest to second checkpoint. Yeah, especially with the, fans.
Mm-hmm. It really is a battle for that high ground the fan platforms give you on that first checkpoint. If you can make it up and past those fans, you have a pretty solid and defendable lead.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think of what... Well, I was gonna ask a question, but that can wait, because now, here we go.
Before this match begins, I want to point out Coney Bean's comment in the chat in regards to you referring to Marlin as one of the maps of all time. It's not. So true. Alright,
Anyway.
As for the weapons, we again see double Zuka from Tentacle difficulties with a cooler on that Tri-Niveau and a Hydra Splatling, aiming to take advantage of range on the fan platforms. Meanwhile, from the side of Courageous Boomers, we have a Tentacle, we have a Forge Pro, we have a Ballpoint, and we have a Stringer.
Mm-hmm. And currently, Tentacle difficulties has first tower. And already at checkpoint 1.
3 picks on Courageous Boomers. That is a rough lead as the members of Tentacle difficulties get onto their plat.
Mm-hmm.
But the Boomers aren't going to go down without a fight.
Cooler is... But we're now at checkpoint 2. With 2 down on side of Courageous Boomers.
Checkpoint 2 has been cleared, and Tentacle difficulties seem to be washing the Boomers in their own base.
Yeah, they are really going at it in terms of the, in terms of... Oh, that's a wipeout!
That's a wipeout! And that is the KO, as that Zuka was able to find 3 picks. Also, we have an answer to the reverse sweep question. According to Vincent, most recent reverse sweep is Grim Kraken versus Coughing Baby.
Week 1.
We won't be seeing a reverse sweep here because the set goes to Tentacle difficulties.
Great job, but
But the Boomers aren't out yet. They can still earn points in Rainmaker and Clamblitz.
I also have to remember that I have to put in points. But yeah, there's still time to get points. We still have Rainmaker and Clamblitz, which going through many streaming for PSL maps, Clam Blitz is really... What are the words that I'm trying to look for?
I believe the term you're looking for is the Wild West of Splatoon.
You're so right. Clam Blitz has things happen during it. You're so right, Hala. But if we also look at the maps that we are going to in terms of Rainmaker and Clam Blitz, we have Crab Leg and Robo Ramen. So, Crab Leg Rainmaker.
Crab Leg Rainmaker can be incredibly fast or incredibly slow.
Yeah,
sometimes it's both.
Sometimes it is both. I'm more or less thinking about previous matches that I have seen, at least during this week, for Rainmaker. I think most of them have been like pretty back and forth. At least
Rainmaker is certainly one of the more beloved modes in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Simply because the players have a lot... Like, the Rainmaker carrier has a very active role.
Yeah.
More so than, say, Tower Control, where they're just kind of sitting there farming their special.
We don't mention Slant's Oops. I wasn't going to mention Slant's Oops, but now that you mention it, Hala, I will say that during Rainmaker for Slant, I was screaming. But that's just a little tidbit. Now back to the actual teams that we're going, that we are covering for this match. Courageous Boomers and Tentacle Difficulties with Rainmaker.
We see the exact same comp from Tentacle Difficulties. Meanwhile, on the side of Courageous Boomers, we have some shakeups. We have Nouveau Dapples trying to get in there with that Reef Slider. We have a Heavy Edit Splatling. We have the Flingza, and we have the Dry Stringer. First pick was unfortunately on the side of Courageous Boomers.
Mm-hmm.
Technical Difficulties in first possession of Maker. Are they going for the fast checkpoint, or are they climbing that wall? That Bio Bomb is going to guarantee the first checkpoint.
Mm-hmm. They are very quickly making it to checkpoint 2. Taking out anyone possible. That's it. Oh, that was so quick.
Oh.
That was so quick.
That Zuka put immense pressure on that alley, giving Tentacle Difficulties a clean way to pedestal.
Yeah, that was... well, first off, I have to do math. I think that's 11 points now for Tentacle Difficulties.
Yep, currently Tentacle Difficulties 11-0.
Nice. But yeah, that was a quick match. I looked away, do it again. Rainmaker 2! No, but, Tentacle Difficulties really played it well to ensure a quick win on Rainmaker. Are you
Next
dead?
up, it is time for Clam Blitz Robo Ramen.
Thank God you have responded. I thought you were dead.
Nah, I stopped talking there to give you some breathing room on your stream.
Thank you. But last mode, Clam Blitz, Robo Ramen. Now, as far as I know, in terms of maps for Splatoon 3, Robo Ramen has really been a favorite for most people that I've talked to.
It is solid, I will say. Zones especially is pretty beloved. Clam Blitz is fairly neutral, which for Clam Blitz is good. There's a lot of side paths where people can sneak around and build special.
So.
And overall, the zone is easily capped with a 1 sub-power Reef Slider.
It's a solid map. I do like Robo Ramen. I don't really play clams, so I really don't know the clams experience, but it is a good map.
The clams experience is pain.
Oh yeah, well, the clams experience in general, I think, is pain from every PSL match that I've ever seen or commentated ever. So, here is my question to you, my good friend, Solemn Mushroom. Since we are now pretty much at the end of the match, what is your advice? What do you think Courageous Boomers should do in order to try and either knock out Clam Blitz or at least try to get an overtime point?
I believe, from what I've seen, Tentacle Difficulties tends to play rather aggressive. So, from what I can tell, Courageous Boomers have 2 options. They can either meet that aggression head on, which would require a decent amount of skill and a little bit of luck to pull off, or they could pull out an incredibly strong defense instead. Going for something like a Tentabrella in order to try and stall out Tentacle Difficulties.
Yeah. That sounds like good advice. I mean, my advice would always...
for some Ootball!
Ootball! Hey, can you go over the weapons again, please, and thank you?
I certainly can, because we've got some shakeups. On the side of Tentacle Difficulties, we have a 52 gal. We have that Tri-Nouveau, we have that Sea-Jet, and we have that Order Shot. Meanwhile, on the side of Courageous Boomers, we have an Inkbrush Nouveau trying to push in with that stamp. We have a Vanilla Splatter Shot, from what I can tell. We have a Vanilla Roller for that bubble, and we have a Mini Splat League.
Well, currently, we got some specials ready on the side of... I have to remember which side is which. I believe...
or just Courageous Boomers.
Thank you.
An attempted push there from the brush, stopped by the Tri-Nouveau. Current clam economy favors Tentacle Difficulties.
And with the Zuka out... Oh, but that's 2 picks off of Tentacle Difficulties. I'd say currently, with the current clam economy, we are currently at a stalemate. No one has scored yet.
We're seeing that brush sneak around again. Will Tentacle Difficulties not expected this time? No, that Sea-Jet is there to find that brush. Never mind, it was the Order Shot.
And that,
they are puppy guarding that football to make sure it goes to the void.
That clam is now out of play. But Courageous Boomers are still trying to get something in.
Water Shot jumps out, fearing for their life. Tentacle
Ooh.
difficulties also attempted to get a clam in, but got found by that Trizuka.
Yeah. That was so close too.
And now it's Courageous Boomer's turn to puppy guard a clam.
Two minutes and 30 seconds left. It's still anyone's game at this point.
Yeah, that's Clam Blitz for you. Looks like Courageous Boomers are going in with a stamp.
Trying to get.
Will they live long enough? Oh, they missed the throw!
They missed the throw! Oh! No, Oot Ball, unfortunately.
And that is both of Courageous Boomer's power claims gone to the void.
Alas. An attempted third clam, but no, immediately shot down by that 52 gal.
Tentacle difficulties finding it challenging to try and get in there.
Even just picking up clams for tentacle difficulties. They are really trying to go at it, though. Power Clam now in play on the side of tentacle difficulties. Oh!
Oh, but the bomb on the wall gets the pick on the clam carrier. That clam is going to the void. No,
no
it's
one
not.
has scored a point yet, and we are like a little over a minute left into the game.
Two down on the side of technical difficulties. Courageous Boomers could be trying to make a push here.
Both teams are
But that
really...
Trizuka finds a pick.
Both teams are really trying their hardest to, like, get something in. With very little luck, they keep finding those power clams and immediately shutting them down. With 30
This match
seconds...
has been nothing but back and forth for 4.5 minutes. What is happening here?
No one's getting any clams in.
Snap finds a pick on the clam carrier, but gets picked off themselves with the Tri Nouveau.
Will we have an Oot Ball moment? I've been dying...
This match is going to overtime, for sure.
Definitely.
Unless something incredible happens.
And currently Tentacle Difficulties still has a clam in their possession. Ooh. I just saw on OBS that we just successfully reconnected. However, no one was able to see the actual scoring of that of that Oot Ball.
Unfortunately, the incredible play from Tentacle Difficulties was not televised. However, that is an overtime point for Courageous Boomers and a full set sweep for Tentacle Difficulties.
Mm-hmm. With the final score being 14-0.
Well, 14-1.
14-1. Oh yeah, because overtime. I keep forgetting about overtime. Thank you for reminding me.
That was a 7-minute clams game.
That was a 7 minutes clams game, to which at the very end, stream disconnected. So, what have we learned?
We learned to never trust privatized utilities.
You're so right.
And also, don't live in the woods.
Also, make sure you have good internet. And make sure all your stuff is working so your stream does not fail in the middle of you streaming. But yeah, that's it. Alas, that's it. The match goes to Tentacle Difficulties. Your
Which makes a
stream
lot of
set-
sense considering the technical
Because currently, okay. So, that's it. I was going to ask you to plug things in, but, I think we've all just learned that it's been a very chaotic time. Thank you for watching.
It has indeed. If you want to see more from my commentary, my channel is Solemn Mushroom, Solemn spelled like column. And I also stream things semi-regularly. I was supposed to stream today, but then life happened.
Life happens. It do be like that.
Also, one of my emotes was drawn by this lovely caster Stare.
Hi, yes, that's me. I am Stare. And I did
It
draw
was
the
this
emote.
emote.
Woohoo! But yeah, thank you for watching. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Later.